the December 12th meeting of the City of Prescott's Preservation Commission. I hereby call to order the December 12th meeting. Members present at this meeting, starting on my right, are Russ Buchanan. Everybody's changed orders today. Christy Hastings. Gary Edelbrock. On my left is Robert Burford and Trinity Shelton. My name is Michael Todd, and I'm the chairman. Also present today are Kat Moody, Preservation Specialist, our Planning Manager, George Worley. This is an open public hearing. It's being videotaped and tape recorded by the city. The proceedings are being televised by representatives of the public media, local cable and/or radio stations, and may also be rebroadcast. The number of commission members present are 6. It will require 4 votes for a majority. All parties wishing to be heard on an issue are required to raise their hands and be recognized by the chairman prior to speaking. Speakers will be expected to state their name and address for the record so that we may know who is speaking and be able to contact them at a later date if necessary. Please turn off any cell phones or electronic devices, and if you haven't already done so, please sign the attendance roster before leaving the meeting. The first item on our agenda today is approval of the minutes of the November 14, 2014 meeting. Are there any questions or comments about our last meeting's minutes? I just have one. I just wanted to clarify, there was a note that Ms. Moody stated she would provide Mr. Butke a list of information for follow-up documentation. That's relative to taking the photographs, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was my only question. Next item, HP 14-023. It's the Goodwin Street Historic Preservation District.
Mr. Todd, we need to actually vote on the minutes.
I motion that we accept the minutes of the meeting as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Buchanan.
Second.
I apologize for my error.
I second.
Seconded by Ms. Hastings. All those in favor of approval of the minutes of the November 14th minutes, please signify by raising your right hand and saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Thank you for the correction. The next item, HP 14-023. That's 115 West Goodman Street, Historic Preservation District 1, Courthouse Plaza. It's a request for approval for a new awning with signage above a door. Kat Moody will make the presentation.
Good morning.
Good morning,
I'd just like to make an announcement for the potential TV viewers that we have a non-functioning digital projector right now, so you won't be able to see the graphics on the screen that depict the items we are reviewing. That's just a note so that you don't feel like we're not, something is not functioning, but it's the projector. So,
Can you hear all the channel changing right now?
No pictures. Oh.
I will note that the commission members have all the graphics that I've been provided, so you all have a full packet.
Thanks, Kat.
This item, as you stated, is a request for a new awning with signage above the door. And this building is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. The original use for the building was Kohl's Grocery Store, which was constructed in 1945. That space has now been divided into a couple of retail spaces. One part of it holds Idlewise, and the other portion is this Realty Executive's office. And so over the front door, you have a graphic showing an awning over that front door. You have both a head-on view and then a side view. I'm going to pass around this. This is a sample of the awning fabric, and then this graphic depicts the signage that will be on the valance.
That's going to be on the top of the valance, or
No,
on the
on the
front?
valance. The valance is the small portion
Okay.
that hangs down from the 45-degree section.
So there won't be anything on the slanted surface?
Right. The 45-degree, the main body, that top panel is just the canvas fabric. So the awning is proposed to be a steel frame awning, and it's got an approximately 45-degree angle. It is 4 feet deep and 6 feet wide. It goes over the door, and then the real estate lettering will be on the 3 sides of the valance, so the front and on each side, each return of that valance, so that the signage would be visible walking down the street or head-on for this business. And we do have the awning contractor here, and so with that, I will turn it over to you all for questions and discussion.
Well, we have 3 different sizes that all say real estate. So should I assume that the larger one is going to face on the front and the other 2 are on the side? And it's just going to say real estate?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments that anybody else has? Mr.
Mr.
Burford?
Chairman, are these the colors that, of the graphics are gonna be white on the red? Is that,
It's an off-white.
or, yeah, so it's gonna drop out letters in a sense?
Yes, they are.
Thanks.
Any other comments? That being the case, do we have a motion for HP 14-023?
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve HP
023.
14-023.
All right. We have a motion by Mr. Edelbrock. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Mr. Buchanan. All those in favor of the approval of HP 14-023 signify by raising your right hand and saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Thank you. The next item is HP 14-024. It's 211 West Goodwin Street, Historic Preservation District Number 1, Courthouse Plaza. It's a request for approval for signage for a new business, Sam Hills Company. Kat Moody will make the presentation.
This is a building that is not listed in the National Register of Historic Places. It has previously housed Tattered Treasures, a thrift store, and before that, Eco3 Oil Change. Both of those businesses had used the white background that it's in place, the paneling along the building, and that's going to stay the same. What's being proposed to change here is the signage above that horizontal band that runs over the doors and windows. And you have a graphic like this that shows the colors and the various phrases that would be mounted to that paneling. The letters themselves are manufactured using half-inch PVC panel, and then that is mounted to the panel, the white panels with an adhesive. The lettering on this signage includes the name of the business with a small graphic logo, so Sam Hills Company. Underneath that, we have C-Store Gifts and Souvenirs, and then on either side of that sign, we have Fine Cigars and Pipes to feature their primary retail business, which is as a cigar shop, and I believe they are trying to establish a cigar smoking lounge in the old garage bay section of this building, and then have the retail in the other section of the building. And we do have the sign contractor here, and with that, I will turn it over to you all for questions.
Kat, you mentioned that they're trying to establish a cigar smoking room. Do they have to go for some approval for that?
They have to secure a building permit for the with the change of use and and so they're working through the permitting process now.
All right. Are there any questions, comments about this presentation? Seems fairly straightforward. If there are no comments or questions, is there a motion on HP 14-024?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve agenda item HP 14024, approval for signage for the new business at Sam Hills Company.
Thank you, Ms. Hastings. We have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Edelbrock beat you to it. We have a second from Mr. Edelbrock. Thank you both. Is there any further discussion? Being a motion and second, there being no further discussion, we'll have a vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by raising your right hand and saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Thank you. All right, the next item is just current events or other items of note. Ms. Moody.
The only thing I have is that DJ Butkey has been provided the follow-up list, and I believe he started working on documenting the projects that hadn't had a follow-up done on them. So that is scheduled for the January meeting, that presentation on the follow-up of those projects from the previous year.
All right, and then I know last week or last month we talked, your home tour event was sort of put on hold because there wasn't enough people who were volunteering. Is there any update on?
Right now, we're just working on securing nonprofit status for the event, and then we're looking at doing a home tour perhaps in the fall. So it's been pushed back to the fall.
But you don't have an area defined yet?
No, not yet. We're gonna, the work for a fall event would start in January or February. We would start contacting a different neighborhood and see if we can secure interest in an alternate neighborhood for the fall.
Okay. And we're still somewhere on the docket in the future when appropriate to go over to the Elks Theater and see them?
Yes, yeah, I actually am trying to get both the Elks Theater and then perhaps a tour of the Union Block upstairs as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So there's a couple of projects out there I'd like to get you all on site to view.
Yeah, terrific, thank you. Are there any other comments, questions? All right. Well, that being the case, I'm going to adjourn the December 12th, 2014 meeting of the City of Prescott Preservation Commission. Thank you.